If you are afraid of something, it's like you draw that particular thing to yourself. And so how do you address this issue of things you're afraid of? And you may have fears. People grow up with internal fears. Somebody can grow up in a house or in a family where there's so much divorce, so much pain in all of it. And the child grows up with fear. I mean, I've said this before. I found it I will never forget the story, extremely powerful story. And it wasn't a Christian that was saying it. That's why it was so deep, because I knew it was spiritual. And it was a woman, and she said that, look, she went for a wedding with her daughters, 2 of them. And he said one was on this side and one on the other side. And it was their cousin's wedding, and they were both older than their cousin. And that's her sister's daughter was getting married. And as their cousin's father was walking them down the aisle, she said, I sat there and I only knew that my daughters hadn't gotten married today because of me. And she said, they didn't know, but I knew inside my heart I was the cause. She said the reason was their father did something, and she didn't say what it was, got upset, fought with him, and I called for a divorce and broke the marriage there. Said, my sister's husband, this was in the Mirror, I was reading, not Christian something, I found it fascinating. I said, my sister's husband did worse than my own husband, but she forgave him and stayed with him. He said, I told my daughters about what their father did, and I must have put fear into their heart for the male species, and therefore, I knew that they were afraid to get married. That was why they were not married. And they are causing because my own sister behaved better. So people can have fears on the inside. Look, first maybe 3-4 people that got married in church. One of them said to her friend in church, I almost fell off my seat. She said, now that marriage, I don't think lasted 2 months. And the chap, let me not say, but the way he proposed, I've not seen any man propose in such a sacrificial way in my life. But she said something to her best friend. She said, may my husband never have wealth. So why? She said, my parents were madly in love. They were doing so well until my father hit money. Once he hit money, women came. A poor man can't, those things require disposable income because to finance it. Are you following what I'm saying here? She said that, he said, we were doing well. The home was good. He hit money and this happened. So my prayer, that's inside her heart. That's the real prayer. What she says in tongues is not the prayer. The prayer is that may this man not break through, that we may be together. Now, it's an internal fear that the man marrying doesn't know that what he's carrying into his home, he shall not pass a certain level. So when I heard the thought, it will look like it's something else that is causing the fight. But there's something, you get what I'm saying here? Because the engagement may just, because those things are spiritual. But I'm trying to say that there are fears there. And he says, what I feared, all right, that came upon me.